This podcast is sponsored by Graffiti Tax Services. For all your tax preparation needs, you can go to graffititax.com. We're going to put the link right here. It should be somewhere. And yeah, you can head to them for during tax season. And if you have any financial or tax preparation questions, head to Graffiti Tax Services. They're our new sponsor. Thank you to Graffiti Tax Preparation Services. That's it.
All right. We live now. We good?
We here.
Okay. We in effect.
The vibes have been set.
The vibes are vibing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We good. All right. So you're now listening to Talk FNF TV with your amazing host, Rhetoric. And I have my lovely co-host.
What the fuck is good?
Miss Farrah.
Hi, guys.
As you can see, we got some fly little numbers on here. For those people who are just listening over audio, we're going to explain our costumes.
I'm a little vampire or whatever. I didn't get fangs, but y'all get the gist. Y'all see the vibes. Y'all see it's giving gothic. My little blood drips.
And as you can see, I'm a representative of the LGBTQ community.
Yep. Period. Ally.
I'm a supporter. All right, so you been all right, man, Miss Lady?
I have been all right.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a little difficult in the Proctor household.
Yeah, it's been a rough week.
Yeah, we both been sick.
And
he was worse than me. This nigga was dead.
Yeah, I just want to preface, if I sound like I'm out of it still, it's because I am, but we got to give y'all a good show.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do off strength anyway. But yeah, man, like, I don't know. I hope I didn't have COVID. That's what it felt like.
Well, we still gotta go.
We gotta get our test.
CVS, yeah.
Gotta make sure we're healthy.
This might be a brought to you by COVID show.
Yeah. Luckily, we are our only staff, so we're not potentially infecting any more people.
No. Definitely not. So what we got on the list today, baby? What we talking about?
We got a lot to get into today. But first, we got to get into what's been going around. So we kind of have been avoiding these kind of topics as of recently. Okay, so no, there's a lot of things we've kind of been avoiding. There's been a lot of thirst content being dropped out, clickbaity type dating content that's been all the rage right now. And it's culminated in this list. So I'll bring the list up here. And it's basically, this is the places you are no longer allowed. Okay, these places you're no longer allowed to take a girl on the first date. I'm gonna let y'all know. They've been putting women on here next to these posts everywhere they go. It's been like Ruby Rose. This one got Lotto, Nicki Minaj. Them the women who can have these kind of priorities, these type of requirements. Okay, y'all, rest of y'all big arm ladies, it ain't finna work.
Oh my God, yo!
I'm just saying. All right, so we got number one. This is the one that started it all. Cheesecake Factory. Even though Drake made a whole song about the Cheesecake Factory. I don't see why y'all be upset about that one.
The Cheesecake Factory is garbage.
Applebee's. For some reason, y'all just have like...
Applebee's is straight.
Y'all had this weird thing about like chain restaurants. Because I remember like it was right after I got out of college. And it was the girl who was my neighbor like in the last few years in school. And I remember her being one of the first girls I ever saw where she tweeted, at her age as she was now, she's probably like 26, 27. She said, I'm too good now to go to a chain restaurant for the first date. Like you need to find like a more sophisticated restaurant. And I was just thinking to myself, you are not that cute. And your dad don't own nothing. He go to work. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
oh my God.
I can see if your last name meant something, but like your dad go to work.
That's such an old brand of fucking misogyny. Your father owns nothing, harlot.
I'm just saying, like, you gotta have some type of like, you gotta bring something like better than just being a regular chick, yo. That's crazy.
Your forefathers come from poverty. How dare you have standards?
At these kind of standards? Where you can't go to the chain restaurant? That's insanity. All right, so what else we got here? We got Chili's, which is another one. Chipotle, which is like slight upgrade from fast food.
Who is going?
I seen niggas get that off
in high school.
I seen niggas get that off
in
as
high
grown.
school.
I've had girls tell me they want to meet up at Chipotle, but fellas, don't use my outcomes as y'all type of, to follow. I'm taller than you, probably well more endowed than you. So it's just don't even try to copy me. So Olive Garden, the movies. I can see the movies just because we can't talk. That's the only reason I can see the movies. Your house, which is always the house is always a vibe. Like they not even aware. The chicks who go to the house off the first date usually get cuffed. So I'm just telling y'all.
I came over here our second date.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're married now. So
Cuff City. And she came with food. So take another note.
Curry goat. Don't just say food. I came with curry goat.
And then we got any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is a nice date.
Buffalo Wild Wings is a vibe.
That's a nice date, especially if there's a game on.
Especially, I was gonna say, especially if she has any type of interest in sports, also.
Yeah, well, a game on. A Red Lobster. Come on, that's hate.
Red Lobster got like
they got the cheddar biscuits.
No, and they have the boils now. They got the seafood boils with the potatoes and the crab. They
y'all sick. Y'all disrespectful.
Put them in a chokehold. They had no choice.
They had to upgrade.
Yeah, they had to put them sauces on them things.
A buffet? A buffet is not first date. If it's a nice buffet, I know a nice Chinese buffet.
There are like all you can eat sushi.
It's got
buffets.
sushi bars and all that kind of stuff. Y'all
those
tripping.
Those are cute.
And it's like really nice like scenery.
But don't take me to the China buffet.
IHOP
where niggas is over here fighting over crab legs at the counter. Okay,
they're gonna bring another rack out.
That's like 5th, 6th date material, not first.
They're gonna bring another rack out. Relax. They got IHOP, Denny's, the gym. Some of y'all need to go to the gym. Like that's not bad.
Don't bring me to do physical labor of any sort on our first date,
baby.
Don't. You mother.
You're size 0.5.
Do not dare.
No one's taking you to the gym. The chick you taking to the gym is the one you see potential with on the first day. You like, hey, baby girl, I see that. You got an extra 30, 40.
Now you want to torture her the first date.
No, I just want you to see like.
You go do these reps, bitch.
You drop this extra 30, 40, you in the game. You in contention. Real talk.
Oh my God.
That weight loss changes everything. That could turn a six into a 8. Little baby fat. Take off. Let's see what else we got here. We got Starbucks, coffee dates. That's the same thing then. Ice cream dates. Y'all sick.
Coffee dates are definitely, we can go to a cute little cafe. They have pastries. They have coffee. They have macaroons.
I get to learn your favorite ice cream.
It's a good time.
Baskin Robbins, yo. Family functions. I can understand that.
Yeah, don't take me to a family function on the first date.
It says movie night. So isn't that just your house?
Yeah.
I don't man. When I was young, the movie, come watch a movie, used to slaughter.
There's
at
stuff
20
that you could get off
18 to 20
at that age. Yeah,
you can get that off.
You could definitely get that off at 18, 20 because didn't nobody have no money. We ain't have no jobs.
These young girls now expecting that though from these young boys.
That's why these young boys are out here scamming.
Yeah, more than what we was at our time.
Doing crime.
Cause I remember like the scammers that I knew used to scam they girls. Like they used to put got the checks in their girl's name, fucking up their accounts and all that shit. Mm-hmm. That shit used to be crazy. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Bowling and nightclubs.
Definitely not nightclubs. Bowling's a great first date because we get to be like competitive. It breaks the ice really quickly. We cracking jokes.
Oh, some more. Hold on. We got hookah bar, which is like a nightclub. Hookah bar's not bad though. A
hookah
bar just
still
for drinks.
Loud as shit.
Yeah, but a bar just for drinks. That's y'all just mad because a nigga just want to see if y'all about something. Some of y'all not as cute as y'all are in person. Like it ain't. I remember I had a time where this girl, I could see where she was like, okay, she already, a heavyweight, but it looked like she was in the right places. And then when she came over, I was like, oh, no.
The wrong places.
The wrong places. And then she messed up too by bringing a cuter friend with her.
Oh, you told me this fuck ass story.
And so then after that, I was like, oh, well, I'm not trying to holler at you anymore, ma'am. I'm trying to get her. You brought over way too much. She was way better looking than her. So I had to try to jump on that. Waffle House, which, come on, $25 an hour. Support those folks. And then sporting events. Y'all is corny. If he was on the wood floor of the NBA game, y'all would be cool.
It's just sporting events is just like movies in the club. Like it's loud.
But
That's
if you
the only reason
if
why.
you had it just depends though, because you not if it's a nigga who got money and you in the I'm about to take this shit. Sorry y'all, man. We
did
tried
the aesthetics for long enough.
Yeah, we tried. We gave y'all enough for pictures. Y'all can screenshot us. But the sporting event's not bad if you in the box. Shawty ain't gonna be mad if y'all in the box.
No, not at all. As
She
long
gonna-
as I'm comfortable.
She gonna be down for the box, yo.
Pause.
That's not a pause. She down for the box. I guess that's a pause for you.
That's even a thing.
Yeah. All right. So we gotta. What do we overall? What do we think of this? I honestly think that y'all women are asinine. You're out of y'all mind. Like y'all. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't have a standard. Cool. But like, where does the standard lead to like actually this person's personality and treating you? Because I could take you to a nice restaurant and treat you like shit, and then I could take you to, you know what I'm saying, a hole in the wall and be the most gentleman in the world.
And then you can also, like, if it's not a chain restaurant, he could take you to a mom and pop that's still just as ghetto.
Yeah.
Like
I'm like the place.
just because it's a chain restaurant doesn't mean that it's subpar.
Yeah, I mean the place that I used to do. See, a lot of folks wasn't familiar with the area that was near me, so that was already a easy move for me. So we would go over there, nice little spot. Looks real chill. Got some nice little aesthetics, different little type of. I don't want to, lose my spot. Y'all niggas just gonna have to learn about that shit yourself. Had a nice little cool spot for where they were just cooking up nice.
What
pizzas.
do you mean lose your spot?
I'm not gonna give it up to people. I'm not gonna give people
You
the sauce.
don't need it anymore.
Yeah, we gonna be there.
Yeah, but
I'm not giving other people my sauce. So
okay.
we got to pay for that. That might be on our Patreon when we make one. I'll divulge the sauce in more detail. But no, I would just have it out there. It allowed me to be able to be close to my spot. So if I was ready to leave or if she was on some lame shit and I just wasn't trying to pay for her, I could just go out the back door. I'm home in 5 minutes. Her number's already blocked by the first light. And if we having a good time, it's an option. Oh, you still tired? You good? You want to get a little nightcap? It's right down the way. And then you in the game. I didn't do that with you though, because I was like, I respected you.
Yeah, you didn't invite me back to the crib.
No, I respected you.
No. We went to a couple spots though. We went to a couple different places.
Oh no, yeah, you worked me.
I did.
You worked me, yo.
Yeah. We were having a good time though. So.
Of course, we always do. It was the first of many.
Yes.
All right, man, I gotta call this nigga, yo.
Do you have any other like first date moves?
That was probably the one I developed.
Or standards.
Do I have it? No, it's just for the girl. It's just be accommodating and be polite and don't go crazy. Like if you feel like you want to order something that might be a little expensive, just ask first, and then I'll tell you. I ain't afraid to tell the chick I ain't got it. That ain't never been nothing I'm worried about. Cause most of the time they ain't never seen it, so it ain't nothing about me. I didn't got out a few things though. With like the whole like I remember one time I went on a date up there, and I just wanted to get some drinks. But I didn't eat. But I told her I did eat, so we could just get drinks instead, and there wasn't no pressure to get no food. Because I might have been not where I wanted to be at, or not spend as much as she probably would have wanted me to spend at that time. But I was able to finesse it, do my thing. Mm-hmm. It's all about how you do, and then you build rapport with the people there too. So like, even then, like Buddy still brought us out like half a slice of some shit that was in there, because he fucked with me. So it wasn't like he charged me for it or nothing. Like, because I had built a rapport with them, I tipped them real good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you build that kind of rapport, that's how I could leave out too at the place, because they would know. Like, I'd be like, oh, no, it's a cold green right here. I'm out of here.
Just slip out the back.
Yeah, they like, hey, make sure she
slip
cover
out
this.
the back and not pay the bill is crazy.
Or I might just give my mans a tip or something so he could just hassle her. He know he's still going to have a little money in his pocket regardless. So it's just about how you play it, and then you can get out of all that shit. I'm not one of them corny ass niggas that like y'all that let them take pictures of y'all on the first date and shit. You see her on her photo looking at herself and all that stuff, that's the date over already right there. All that extra shit, date over. You gotta end it.
If they're taking pictures of themselves?
Yeah, if they were making recordings and putting it on the internet while y'all out on the first date, that's lame behavior.
Content is everything, baby.
So that's why you gotta get rid of her. That ain't the kind of chick you want around. If you want a real down to earth chick that's gonna be for you, she's not going to be doing something like that. That shit is corny.
Using a first date as content is kind of crazy, though.
It's definitely corny. All right, let me see if I can get my mans on the phone. He had some things he had to say about the show.
What Let's hear what he has to say.
See if he on that bullshit.
Hello.
Yo, this is Rhetoric from the Talk FNF TV podcast. I'm here. You know, you're being recorded, so keep that in mind. I'm here with Mr. Stinky.
You call me for today. You can call me Mr. S. Step.
All right, S. Step. Okay.
Oh, just Step. Just keep it at Step. Keep it at Step.
All right, we'll keep it at Step today. What's going on, big dog?
How you doing, sir?
We good. So you wanted to bring something to our attention. So I got Farrah here. She can hear
you. How you doing, man?
Hey, Steph.
So what is it that you got to say to us, dog? Like,
I just had a question about the FNF podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I see
Talk
a man
FNF
and
TV.
a woman there. FNF TV. No disrespect. My question was the FNF. What is the first F? Is that the man or is the first F the lady?
It's Frederick and Farrah.
Okay. Okay.
That's naturally how I always think of our names together. I never put my name first.
Well, understandable, but we're talking about I get you. Okay. Let's divide. Let's take that as look at that as one whole pie, and you divide that pie. You. Let's put that the first pie. I totally understand and respect that, but now we're talking about the business, the corporation FNF that is different, where it gets into.
I feel like this is hate.
I mean, no, it's not hate. I was just thinking like.
What's the
I
root
don't know.
of
If
the
it was
question?
me, I would have like. Don't you think it should be like a crown, like a female crown on the first F, and then maybe a male crown on the second F, or we just going to stick with FNF and we're just going to follow? I don't know.
We definitely got to zhuzh it up a little bit.
But well, yeah, and I'm just saying because of you being the star, that's I'm just going by ratings. I mean, this is opinionated. I'm sorry, I don't hear the crowd. Okay, that's right. The crowd, they're out there. They're out there. Believe me, they're cheering. They're cheering. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Like the female, the queen. You know what I'm saying? As if I would lift my queen and everything, and be good to be the backbone of the FNF. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I was just curious. What is your opinions about spazzing it up with the female crown at the top for the first F, and then the male crown at the top for the second F? And here we have our queen and our king.
We could definitely do that. I don't need
I'm sorry.
I don't need the first F to be my F though.
Well, I mean the female crown though. I mean, why not? It's cool. And I mean, just think of it like this. Like a wise man told me, both names have F.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, even if you say you don't need it, and he say he don't want it, there's still F and F. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not really a controversy. All I was asking is, being that you are the star, shouldn't you think it'd be the female crown, like at the top of that first F, and then the male crown on the bottom of that first F?
Why we both can't be the star?
I feel like you the devil on my shoulder.
Why we both can't be the star, yo?
Well, like I said, I'm glad you brought that up. This is not maybe you didn't hear me. I said the people, the crowd, they want that. I mean, we could do a survey if you want to still find out, do the people want the F with the female crown or the male with the, you know what I'm saying, in the second. I mean, but the people have talked. The streets are speaking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you bring out all these points of views of all these other superstars. Let's bring out your dirty laundry and how we can clean it up.
Okay.
But the people want to know. I mean, it should be that way, right? That's all I'm saying.
We got to be transparent.
I hope you're not recording me for your sake of it. And I don't want to have contract talks on the air. You get what I'm saying? This is something that should be behind doors. I get it. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that on air. You get what I'm saying? It was a question. I mean, the first lady I like that. The first lady. Wow.
Yeah, I like that too.
First lady Fair.
I like that too. The first, excuse me?
First lady Fair.
So well, I'm glad you said it. So what are your views on it though? Before I get into my next thing about it,
I mean,
what are your views?
I feel
Are
like
you okay with that?
we're both polarizing
it.
figures. And
I'm
so
getting
that's
that
why
tatted.
First Lady Fair.
I'm getting
what you
that
say?
tatted.
She gonna get First Lady Fair tatted. But I think in regards to the name, we are both. I'm gonna answer your question.
Yes, sir.
So, in regards to our name, I feel like we're both polarizing figures. Like this is like the new. She's gonna be like superior to even like what Wendy Williams was. Like she gonna be over all that. Like I'm gonna be bigger than like any of the male. Like so, we got two planets converging right now. So FNF is just it's two planets merging. It's unstoppable.
And when you merge those planets, you know what I'm saying? You got your queen and you got your king, and that queen should be crowned at the top of it. I mean, I think it'll look spazzy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I try not to, take no low blows and try to be, a adult consumer on this. And and what I'm saying is, as a fan, when I listen, the parts that I do get as a fan, I mean, I'm just feeling like the first lady is like the star, so it's like I can Tina Turner. You know what I mean?
We're running by.
I feel like you're treating it as Ike and Tina Turner.
Don't try to do that. It
should be Beyonce and I'm sorry.
Don't don't act like she my Allie Mae. My Annie Mae.
No. I said you're the way you sound. I like the tension in your voice.
That's what I'm saying.
She was very open about it. She was like, "Hey, let's do the queen crown it, on the first F, and then boom, the male." I mean, he got a point. FNF. I mean, I am your first lady, right?
Word.
Hello.
I'm here listening.
Oh, it was no.
I didn't know where this was going, but I
you like where he's leading it now?
I'm not upset at it.
Look at the upheaval you done brought into my household.
Oh, hold on. She said she's not a fan.
No, she said she's a fan of it now. You've co-opted her.
And
don't clap.
The people are a fan of you. The people are speaking. The people are a fan of you. And I mean, not taking nothing away from the king. We're not disgracing the king. That's what I said.
It feels like it.
Contracting. Yes, sir.
That's not what I said. It feels like it. No, I was just commenting.
Well, that's what I want to get deeper into. If you feel like that, being that king, that lion, and your queen, are you taking it to the anime days of where a female can't? I don't know. Maybe
I wouldn't say can't. She has the freedom to do what she wants.
But the people are saying she's the star.
I've never disagreed with that.
She is your,
I've never disagreed with that.
He doesn't.
Right, and she is your first lady. She is your queen.
I said we're running by legal.
Honored.
I said we're running by legal. Yeah, we're running by our legal team. See if we can do that.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's where we're gonna start at. I'm not mad at it. We'll run it by legal. We'll make sure they know no BS happens because of it. But no, I want to ask you about this tweet that was going viral. I'm gonna read this little message. So a little bit of the backstory is a 16-year-old daughter, and she was telling her mom she feels entitled to 100% of her dad's child support that he pays. So this is the message that she sent to the mom. My dad told me how much he pays in child support, and he showed me. I don't understand how my dad pays $1,900 in child support when I ask for something, you say no. Also, you use the money my dad sends to take care of me to spend on Aaron and Jess. When I ask you for something, it's always a problem, and you always threaten to take away my phone when I do anything you don't like. If it wasn't for me being here and my dad paying you, you couldn't afford to keep the house.
Oh my God.
I do love you, and I feel like you take advantage of having me here. I'd rather live with my dad, and I just want you to allow for me to happen without making it a big issue. I don't think it's right that I don't benefit from my dad's child support, yet you spend it.
Oh, Lord.
What do you think about that? 16-year-old girl.
First of all, she needs her little ass whipped, you know what I'm saying? And then taking it, and with this world we live in, she took it to social media.
No, she didn't. She didn't. Her mom put it to social media.
Her mom put it to social media. Okay,
yeah, she just texts her mom that.
Well, hopefully she whip her ass, then she put it to social media and everything. You know what I'm saying? But that's you're talking to a dude with, you know what I'm saying, 7 beautiful blessings.
Damn.
6 baby mothers.
Goddamn.
So that child support thing, I think that it should be a team that can, if I had to be serious for a second, that could really look into situations like this, because we got to add up a couple of things. first of all, she shouldn't have been sending that kind of text to her mother,
Word.
whatever like that. And some of the words that she was using could be cleaned up because she got to respect, thou shalt respect thy mother, thy father.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, there are some foul stinkerdinks out there that we know that would use that money for other things. Also, there are
Stinkerdinks.
these females. Yeah, I said stinkerdinks. I ain't want to say bees and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
I like
women
stinkerdinks.
that you know what I'm saying that's you know what I'm saying buying some Gucci shoes for $900 instead of getting their daughter the like she say
School stuff and all
whatever.
that other
You
stuff.
know if it's true. If it's true, I'm only basing this if it's true because we didn't hear it with the mother. She put it out there, but I don't know. Maybe she did. I don't know. I'm going by what has been presented to me that she didn't really say if she does and don't. But if there is truth then to what the daughter is saying, because we live in a different age, and I've been challenged with a daughter that brought challenge to me and stuff, and hopefully it brought growth. And don't mean what I'm saying to you is that we're living in a different day and age and stuff, and the youth need to be respected because that travels down to the depression, some of the things the kids go through, and they're tired, just like we was tired of hearing we didn't do it like that back in my day. My father would have never stood. We're not living in that time right now. So it's like if it was a division, something that could, that authority above the mother that a man or female can go to, to make sure that that money is, I don't know if I'm using the wrong word, but advocated the right way and stuff like that. Unless she did something wrong as a child, didn't make her bed, didn't do her homework, snuck out, did something of that nature, didn't do her chores, the threatening of the phone, which everybody knows a phone nowadays. If you and your queen, your first lady, and you take her phone, you have just committed a crime. And what is it, hostage and all that other stuff? Because your phone is your everything. Now, at 16, you shouldn't be everything.
Not larceny now. It's what's grand larceny now? It can be because
Here we go.
how much
You know
money
what I'm
is
saying?
connected to people's phone stuff. You steal their phones.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, taking those privileges away if it's not because of discipline things. Now, like, maybe some money could be allotted, but like I say, it's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, that place that mother has over her head might be in a place where the crime might not be so high, and the air is clean, and she has a good bed and stuff like that. We don't know the nature. There's a lot. You see what I'm saying? It has to be looked deep into. So, sweetheart, the life that I've done with this and what I do with it, you got to get there first and everything. That's why she need her ass whipped. If that's the case.
Respectfully.
Now, you get what I'm saying?
No, for
and then it gets into a breakdown of the money and stuff like that. It gets deeper. It's almost like the IRS and taxes. We need to really get deep into. We got to see accounts and what is done. And that lady won't expose that. She will expose the message, so she shouldn't have a problem with exposing it or speaking because that man. Let's get back to the man, that father. He went through his daughter to channel this. If he did, the conversation happened. If this is all the daughter, if it's the father, this is not the father. You get what I'm saying? But we do have men in that situation where women do stank-a-danks, do throw that shit in our face and, perp and all that other stuff. And we got to work 2 jobs and do this and do that and all that. And it is these guys who stank too. And they don't put their kids first and they run in the streets and doing woo-woo-woo and fla-la-la and all that yada-yada and all that other stuff. So it has to be a division that's focusing on both sides and see what is true, what is not, deeper than the stuff of coming in the office, slapping down all these goddamn receipts and fake checks and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that's real.
Don't come to court with receipts of aftercare and our daughter's 12 fucking years old. What the fuck aftercare are you paying? And the receipts say $6.95 for a week. Who the fuck need to watch her for 3 hours, maybe 3.5 to 4 because of rush hour traffic? That I gotta pay you $6.95 a week. And I was exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying? It's like for our budget, it might say $475, $395 for our budget. But then, in that same token, you got an actor who got to pay, you say $18,000 a month? I would shit my fucking pants. I'm not doing another movie. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not seeing me in Batman 5. We know I'm doing it for child support. I got it. She's averaging $375,000 a year off of how many movies I got to do? All you got to do is 33 more fucking movies, and you'll have your child support done. Unless your daughter decides to go to school, then you got to do 39 more movies. What the? I mean, 47 more movies.
Yeah, they gonna work it. Yeah.
And you want our kid to go to, so it's like, but I mean, if they got the money to do it in a lavish lifestyle and all that, but I feel like the man or woman should want to do that anyway if they got that money for their kids.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to pay 19, you making a little chunk of change.
I mean, true, but that man work hard. I mean, like I say, it's deep. Damn feet. Now you got these dudes who would leave the woman. Y'all two got to look at each other. It might be one of y'all in the future. Who knows? Might lead the other one because they banking and tanking and all that other stuff, and the other one is left with that child and everything. And now they have to figure it out and everything. And a woman can ask, a man can tell a woman, hey, when she asks, hey, I need. Now that's why I said we get stinking when we start being disrespectful with it. And men out there, let's be real. If you leave her for woo-woo, whatever reason, and she's crazy and all that, it's like, shit, handle your business first. But if you leave her for all that, you get what I'm saying? For the other shit, the woo-woos and out there, then you gotta know child support was coming. Nigga,
you got to.
And if you say you did, I would smack the shit out of you.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So, if you in this situation, you paying the $1,900, right? You only got one in this situation, and she got two more, and the other two daddies ain't on child support and they ain't around. What's your thoughts?
I'm lowering up. I mean, I'm not.
You said you lowering up?
Yeah, that's it. Like I treat it like the top 40 in the room, and they ask me a question. Lawyer, I'm lowering up.
Word.
Like if I got that kind of money, I'm lowering up. Oh,
no,
we attacking. No, we not playing defense. We're playing offense. How they do? We in 2023. We playing prime time.
Yeah.
We Shamor, mate. I'm lowering up.
You might as well just switch the roles because that's what she was trying to go to her daddy house. To me, that seemed like the better situation. If he don't got any other more kids, that sounds like the better situation.
We need a task force and a team because he might make this money and he might be a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pilot for United and shit. And
not
I don't
be
know
around.
if they really paying. Right.
But she's 16 now. She could be at the house.
Yeah, you got a point.
She's 16 now.
That's now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, give me back my little 19
but
for the rest of the year.
I mean, to be honest with you, it makes it a whole lot easier to make that reality.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing and all that other stuff. But once again, I mean, I'm all down for it. I want my daughter there ASAP. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to say. Now, she come here with all this not cleaning up and just talking back and, oh, fuck me, you ain't tell me you came in at 9 o'clock. Ain't it a Tuesday?
Nigga ain't done no homework.
I mean, don't let your grades and all that, like, you know what I'm saying, for the 16-year-old, please tell me she's excelling in school. She's taking things serious.
Yeah.
Like what kind of teenager am I dealing with? Because I'm not about to give, you know what I'm saying, a teenager that's going woo. I give her 300 and on Tuesday, okay, I listen. I give you 300 on Tuesday, and on Saturday, I ask you how much money you have, and you show me $34. We got a problem.
That was me.
You get what I'm
that
saying?
Was me, and that is still me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you're basically doing the same damn thing. And you showing me some belts. Then you showing me a Gucci belt that's really not a Gucci belt. Oh my God!
And that's disrespectful.
And it clearly says something marketing. It got like not even a real, $33.99, ticket thing. They got the jump from the convenience store, the red joint. It's like it's not even connected. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, the hole's not even in the right places.
That don't look like somebody like. Stamp that bitch, 35.
Disgusting.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
And you know what I'm saying? You tell me you got 2 for $79. What the fuck? Are you buying 2 fake Gucci belts for $79? Because I gave 300. So it's like doesn't say it need to be a division. It need every. I told you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lawyer you up. Damn, we hitting all that.
No, I feel you. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go, but I appreciate your time, my brother.
All right, I look forward to seeing the FNF female crown on the top of that joint blinging, and then the male crown of that joint looking hella gangster like a lion. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, you know, man to man, this wasn't an attack on you.
It was.
Well, I just want to leave you with this.
It was a full court press.
When I see you, man, when I see you, brother, and I see, like, I don't know, you got this, like, this zebra or white tiger type vest type joint, man. That joint be looking nice. I actually like that. Really, really, really.
I wore it on the
like
show?
That, man. Yeah. Some is like white with black.
The shirt that I got him.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I was giving you praise, and it was your queen that elevates your.
I've been elevating everything.
That's what I know. That's. It seems like that crown, but you look very good on it, man. You look very good in it.
Thank
you know
you.
what I'm saying? I swear to God, I ain't gonna lie. Can I tell you something? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I clicked on the joint real quick. Queen, First Lady, you was talking, and then boom, the camera switched, right? I said, this nigga done made it. This nigga got Drake on the motherfucking couch. I said, I thought, and then I had all these applause and clapping. I said, and he's a gangster. My man switched to the sound system, producer. You know what I'm saying? He's sounding.
Talk about it.
Man, he's in the. You feel me? I swear to God, I thought you was behind the camera and the boom, boom, and Drake was right there. Why Drake look hot?
He's the producer, the cameraman, the editor, the lighting coordinator. He literally does the soundboards. I just show up and look pretty.
Can I tell you something? What I just heard was, because the way he sounded a little spankish about what my idea, my thought. Everything you just said, what I thought was Ike and Tina Turner. And that star is what's going to take y'all to the next level. That hard work, my brother, that shit on the basketball court, them layers, them late nights, is how you get there. You heard me?
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym?
Drake, I thought you was Drake. I can't. Oh, God, it's so good. I can't.
All right,
think about
my
what
brother.
I said, y'all. Tune in on.
All right, my brother. We're going to let you go, all right?
Yes, sir. Have a blessed one.
Bye,
right, be easy.
Steph.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was like 20 minutes of content right there, yo.
How was that a 20-minute call for real?
Yeah.
My God.
My boy can talk, yo. We would just let him roll. He would have read.
Stinkadinks is hilarious. Next time he's visiting, we have to have him like on the show.
Oh yeah.
We gotta. I want to have a show with like you and your brother and like another cousin, like Ryan. That would be funny. I would just want to like. I'll just stay off to the side.
We'll definitely get into it.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
I should have brought up the Jay-Z thing we talked about. That was funny because my brother had a Jay-Z Bible growing up. Like, if y'all don't know, there was a Jay-Z Bible that had all his lyrics in the book, and they read it out like it was the Bible.
That's such
and my
a
brother
northern nigga
For real.
thing to do.
All right, so we got another tweet to get into.
Yeah,
so
let's move on.
This is the ghosting tweet here. So
okay. Since we're doing LGBTQ adjacent.
So should I put the hood back on?
Put the hood back on.
Okay.
Ally. I want that's the second time I said ally. I want a rainbow.
Every time?
It's only been 2 times.
Okay. All right, so this is a conversation between 2 gay men about one thinking that they were ghosted. So you make it safely? Hi. Am I being ghosted?
Why did you click your tongue after every?
They be doing that though. Don't do that. They be doing that.
Not after every statement.
Oh, come on. Maybe okay. All right, my bad. All right, I'll just do it once.
Aesthetically placed.
All right, so this is what happened. So between those 3 calls, it was Sunday, yesterday, and Tuesday, and now
Sunday, yesterday. So
we'll just say this is probably like 3 or 4 days.
A day.
We'll say this is 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
All right, so the person responds, "No, I wasn't ghosting you. I got home from Vegas yesterday, then slept all day because I was exhausted. It took me a minute to respond this morning because I wanted to process my thoughts a little bit just before engaging. If you are already feeling that I'm ghosting you, then we might have a bigger problem on both ends.
Oh my God.
I apologize for not effectively communicating this from the beginning, but I'm not that kind of person that constantly going communicating all day, every day. especially if I'm preoccupied, whether it be work, family, or doing something for myself like this weekend. We have still been in the early stages of hanging out and getting to know each other. And for me, making someone else a priority is something that comes with time and a deeper connection. Right now, I think that we are in two different places. And I look looking for two different things. I don't want to be unfair to you or myself. So for me, this isn't working.
The clicks feel homophobic at this point. That nigga hates his guts. You go 3 days.
Am I wrong? Because at first I thought this was a man and a woman, and I thought differently about it. But then when I found out it was two gay men, I was like, my nigga, you better get over that. You a grown ass nigga.
Yeah, you a grown ass man. Like,
you know what I'm saying, yo.
But 3 days is kind of, no matter how busy you are, like, you could really just quick send a text and be like, life is hectic. I'll reach out to you when I can. And that's going to take literally like 5 seconds of your time, regardless of like how busy, like right before you go to sleep, like if you get like a quick, like on your lunch break, really quickly texting. That nigga, he doesn't like you. He doesn't like you, and he was going to ghost you, and you kept texting, so he had to say something because you kept nagging and picking, and then he was like, all right, nigga, damn, fuck, shit.
I think people get too invested too fast, and I think that happens a lot from what I've talked to like my gay friends before. Like they develop a connection, especially down here in the South, where
U-Haul gays
before like 2012, 13, like it wasn't as accommodating still, especially like you in high school and stuff. It's not as accommodating for the lifestyle.
Gays have always moved ridiculous. They call them like U-Haul gays. It's a whole thing in the gay community. Like,
yeah, so I mean,
they just be wanting to
lesbians do the same thing.
Yeah, just U-Haul gays.
Like y'all get in there and then y'all are in the bag. So he just don't seem like that. He seemed like he got a lot of hetero vibes to him. Like he just really right here trying
Not
to just
hetero.
He just out here trying to get some pussy and go. What?
That's what I'm saying. He just doesn't like you that much.
Yeah, he just wanted a little bussy hit in Vegas, and then
the whole like long drawn out text. Like, I would have blocked him after that long ass text.
I mean, you got to, but I just think it's hilarious people going on the internet and always posting their L's. But what do you think to the statement that people were making that people try to co-opt therapy language to be emotionally abusive like this individual was? Well, some people claim he was emotionally abusive. I don't think he was emotionally abusive.
I don't think he was being abusive, but I think he was trying to like flip it and make him feel bad when he said it in the text. I did not communicate effectively. Knowing that you did not communicate effectively, why are you then fucking like sending me a whole ass condescending ass essay text?
No, that was the same person. The same person who said I didn't communicate effectively sent the condescending text.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that you didn't communicate effectively, why are you then being condescending, knowing that you did not do what you needed to do to alleviate because you don't give a fuck?
But I also can feel like there's a place where you're automatically going to me ghosting you because I didn't respond is maybe more indicative of some insecurities you may have too as well.
After 3 days of not, because
it was like
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Well, what
so
they said was
Tuesday
Sunday
is when
he texted the last message.
Yeah. So Sunday, I text you after if we have a date on like Saturday, I text you Sunday, you don't answer. I text you Monday, you don't answer. Tuesday, I'm like, hey, what's up? That's not crazy.
Well, it was 2 days, went back to back. So best way to think of it was Sunday he said hi. Did you get there safely? Mm-hmm. Monday in the morning he said hi. Afternoon he said, are you ghosting me?
Okay, that's
and
a little.
And then later on that day.
That's a little much.
Yeah, the next day
I thought it was Tuesday.
Yeah, I thought it was too when I looked at it, but it's
okay.
It just says Sunday, yesterday, and then that's where everything happened was yesterday. So
yeah, I think 2 days is a little. You are being a little insecure.
Well, it says Sunday, yesterday, so actually he never responded.
It was 3 days.
Yeah, no, it was Sunday, yesterday, and then so it could be 3 days. He responded on the third day.
Let me see this because you're not explaining it correctly.
He sent 3 messages before he sent one.
There's no Sunday, yesterday, today. So yeah, it could
be like Tuesday. like Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, but the person sent both texts, both the second and third text
On
in
one
the
day.
same. Yeah, so it was only 2 days,
Honestly,
which I think is a little much.
my rule has always been if I text you twice and you don't respond, I'm not texting you. I'm not
You're
initiating any
never
more
hearing
conversation.
from me ever again.
I'm never initiating any more conversation with you. Like you have to act like you want me now. Like I've gotten some. You get some play that way, fellas, but you got to be desirable. Most of y'all niggas ain't that. So, all right. So we ready to? You got anything else to add to this?
No.
All right, let's get to the fucking mess. Let me pull this up here. So, yo, I'm. So y'all, you saw what Summer Walker did.
Yeah.
So she was taking shots at the name I don't want to speak.
Krishan.
And I was just taken aback by it because it felt a lot like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
Like she fed her kid bird seeds.
Bro, you
Right?
have 3 children by 2 different baby daddies that you've never been married to, and you weren't in relationships with any of those men when you pushed they big babies out. So I don't even understand why you fixing your dumb surgery big ant built ass to say anything about Krishan. Not that Krishan needs any defending or I'm on her side whatsoever, because now you're a white man's whore. What the fuck is that? What is that? Fuck.
She got branded.
Krishan could literally be on fire and I would not spit on her at this point. So like y'all are low key in my mind in the same bucket of dumb bitches.
To me, I feel like for you to be publicly ridiculed on some of the choices that you made as a mom, why would you want to do that to somebody else? Like, and like
knowing
you said,
how that felt, and then knowing that like you fucking have anxiety, you have all this like depression and social anxiety and this and that, and it took a really long time for you to deal with fame. To do that to this girl who's younger than you is just like, that shit is so disgusting with your ghetto hood rat ass.
would have Meech hit it though? Would have Meech hit it though?
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, would that be grounds for her to react like this?
No, Meech with his dirty ass too. Like he literally looks.
I'm saying if Meech had sex with the woman that I don't want to
Krishan.
refer to, if that happened, there wouldn't be grounds for her to make some disses, like to be like disrespectful.
I mean, you need to have a whole fucking Instagram story full of disses then, because he out here fucking.
I mean, I'm sure
He
this
out here
could have happened.
fucking. So make a compilation then, ho. Be thorough. If you go come at anybody, come at everybody, and come at every single woman that this man has disrespected you with, even though y'all not together no more.
That shit just mad corny, because it's like, yo, you was feeding your kid like kibbles and bits, yo. Like my nigga was starving for nutrition. Like he was out here reverting backwards because of the bad choices.
Not Benjamin
Like
Button.
she was out here giving this nigga apple slices with no teeth.
How you like not even applesauce?
Sauce. No, she even started the sauce. She went straight to the apple slices, yo. And,
How you trying to make your newborn baby vegan, bitch? Are you
telling
dumb?
you.
The baby is going to.
Nigga don't want to use no Similac because she on that country ass voodoo shit. Baby probably ain't vaccinated because they on that funny shit.
Your baby's literally gonna get.
Fair kids. Talk about the mama fair, not the fucking kids, yo.
Bro, she probably vaccinated because her mother probably vaccinated her dumb ass when she was
better.
a baby.
That's better. That's better.
But her baby,
But I'm saying we just don't want to.
the
talk
baby's
about
gonna
people.
get.
Jesus Christ, I gotta delete that out. All right, yo, Summer Walker though, you really corny. Like unless you going,
If
you gonna slap that bitch, like you gotta do it off top, yo. I ain't mad about it though.
Why would you come at Krishan?
Just come at her. She clearly fucked her nigga.
Why would you come at
I just
Krishan?
told you why.
That is literally like trying to fight a crackhead who is still high on the streets.
No, Krishan
She has no defense. No, not physically.
Krishan is a street fighter.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, as far as like her demeanor, you know, like mentally, like she's not there fully.
She was gonna fight with the baby in her stomach.
Like you're trying to fight. You're making fun of an autistic mother.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, it might be on both ends though. It might be like I said, the pot calling the kettle
Summer
black.
got a touch of the tism too, cause ain't no way.
Touch of the tism is sick. Oh shit! She got that special helper.
I remember Summer Walker's old face. I miss it. I really do. I used to love her so much. I used to follow her. She used to be doing her little singing thing. She was so cute. Her body was amazing. She had a nice butt and a small waist, and it was all natural. Her nose was tiny. She had full lips, high cheekbones, and then she fucking just got like a dramatic version of all the things she already had naturally, and now she looks stupid.
Every time I saw her when she first came out, I just thought about Jenny from Forrest Gump. Like everything about her made me feel like Jenny from Forrest Gump. Like the stripper background, her being able to sing.
You remember that
like I feel like Larry was Forrest.
That video of her on the stripper pole where she had like the furry pink bra, rent free in my mind. That was maybe that was like after the first surgery. We couldn't really tell.
She didn't get obsessed about it yet.
No.
That's crazy how like these fake earthy girls will be like the main ones getting surgery and shit. Like y'all not really like y'all just like the other chicks. Like everything about her, I feel like she tried to be like, oh, I'm not these BBL stripper model hoes. And then like every aesthetic move she makes.
No, that's wrong.
I'm wrong?
Yeah.
She never tried to play that off like that?
No, she was always like bad bitch. Like I love strippers. I love stripper culture. Yeah, like she was always on that. Always, from what I remember. When like I used to watch her stories like as soon as Summer, and then she had a Finsta too that I followed.
I don't understand how you can be somebody like in that position and performing in the way that she's performing and be stage fright when you're doing a more respectable act in front of people.
I don't know.
Like, how can you get naked in front? Like, that just shows like the condition.
Social anxiety is weird.
We have to talk about that on one episode. Like, we need to bring like a psychiatrist or read some articles up on this, because it's like, how can you feel comfortable, quote unquote, I won't say that you necessarily are, but quote unquote, degrading yourself in that manner, but then having a actual socially honorable talent, and that oh my God, I can't. That's like the chick who like like the chick who gonna suck your dick, but like she won't look at you in the eyes when she do it. Or she want the lights off when we have sex.
It might have to do with how she the vulnerability of it. Like how does she feel about how showing herself?
Yeah.
How vulnerable she feels showing her body versus how vulnerable she feels sharing her music and like singing it in front of people. She might be more confident about her body, so it doesn't seem like a vulnerable thing to do, but less confident about singing on stage in front of people, so it's more nerve-wracking.
Okay. I think that's a little cappy. I think there's some more trauma shit going on there that more explains
but that's
that.
just like my most general like guess of what it might be.
There's definitely some trauma somewhere, and I'm pretty sure if you listen to the music, I'll find it. But man, leave that girl alone, bro. You all in the same boat.
And speaking of new faces, K Michelle, no,
Carly Red.
Carly Red went to K Michelle's doctor.
Respect.
Because they got the same like bold beauty TikTok filter surgery. Like that shit is crazy.
I gotta see.
I'm sure Carly Red put the bold beauty filter on TikTok, took a screenshot of it, brought it to her thing. Her surgeon was like, make me look like AI me.
I wasn't mad, but I want to see more photos because I don't know if this is just a filter on a filtered face, you know?
She said that she took all of her fillers out and stopped wearing makeup, and that's why she looked like that. She said, this is the real me.
Come on, you ain't got to lie, yo. We know what time it is over
Girl,
there.
you are 55 years old. What do you mean? You took your fillers out and you look younger.
That's hag territory.
Regardless of how much the black don't crack, girl, that's not how that works.
You're not an infinity stone. She not.
That shit is crazy. She looks really good though.
I mean, this picture looks like she looks like a young girl. Like I would have thought she was in her like early 30s. But
maybe you'll get your crown back as the mouth of the South.
The mouth of the South.
That's what Young Jock and them.
That's what they call Dwight Howard now. Was that too crazy?
That was wild.
The mouth of the South. All right, let's get into this show. Like, so this nigga Dwight Howard, I want to make sure
LGBTQ.
No, that's not this. That's not what this is about. We need to make sure we have, because I was listening to a bunch of other shows and podcasts, Joe Budden podcast, 4 of the biggest dumbasses in the world. Well, not you, Mel. It's not your fault. You're a woman. But the rest of y'all niggas in there, biggest dumbasses in the world, because the whole time they talking about this shit. Charlamagne, you on this list too. Y'all keep talking about this shit thinking that this story was big because people were trying to expose Dwight. No, he assaulted somebody allegedly. That's why this story was what it is. Like, this man said he made him do something.
He had to admit that he was
gay.
So he could like make himself not look as crazy because he was accused of assault.
Yeah. Because anything, you gotta admit somebody else is gonna, Buddy who with the other wig on is gonna get pulled up to the police too. He gonna get scared and say, yes, Dwight banged me out. And
so you doing the bending?
Dwight is definitely bending. He is bending backwards and forwards. Like, it's
not
crazy. No, I don't understand how you could be that big and be a bottom.
First of all,
that's a big bottom. Pause.
Regardless of how tall you are, that prostate gon' prostate. Period. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Dwight, you are a menace. See, you did it again. Dwight, you are a menace, yo. Like, if you did that, you need to be put behind bars.
Yeah.
You too big and brolicky to be out here just grabbing up on niggas, yo. That's scary. Like,
honestly,
there literally should be a height and weight range for like being gay, yo. Like, at some point you're too big to be gay.
That
because you could be a monster to other people.
Is body shaming.
This nigga is crazy huge. Pause. This nigga yoke you up, you gonna do whatever he tell you.
I know a couple gay men that would love to be yoked up by Dwight Howard.
I'm trying to tell you, this happened because...
Nah, let me not make jokes. This man assaulted somebody.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this has always been my theory with Dwight Howard. And this is a theory from my head. It's all made up. Mm-hmm. But it comes from the fact that this nigga, before he was like in his 7th or 8th year in the league, this nigga already had like 6 or 7 baby mamas. This nigga is allegedly a sexual deviant.
He's destroying black communities.
And no, some of these women were white. But my thing is this.
Of course they were. He's a basketball player.
If you out here going crazy like that, I could definitely see a world where if I'm 18, 19, starting getting this crazy amount of action, this nigga got too much. He got too much vagina. And he was just like, let me try something different. I'm about to be famous for the rest of my life. And he probably already thought, man, I might already kind of like this. And, you know what I'm saying? He probably done sat on a pole one time by accident. You know what I'm saying? He probably a goofball, so I can see him.
Can't sit on a dick by accident.
I can see him getting a wedgie and liking it. So I mean, I just think he explored some sexuality while he was coming up after he realized, dang, these women get pregnant every time. Let me stop.
The women got booty holes too.
But it ain't to me, the way I think is this. And niggas gonna say I'm weird.
Just based off your logic.
Based off my logic is this. This nigga needed a thrill, yo. He's not getting a thrill by tagging the normal puss. He needed something more excitement with it. He needed to be a little more mischievous. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what if you with a girl who's like, oh yeah, you can fuck any girl you want? And it's like, okay, that's not fun. The fun part of cheating is sneaking around. So it's like, if I can't sneak around with a girl, he gonna be like, all right, I'm just sneak around with Thomas.
So he got so much pussy that pussy wasn't.
It wasn't the same no more. Yeah, it didn't hit the same.
So Drake is definitely playing in little. Huh.
Why you got to put boys though? Like, that's what I could joke with you if you want to throw the little in there. We could have joked with you. We could have had a good time with that.
Drake is definitely playing in grown man booty holes.
He might be having a conversation with Yachty.
Yachty
might be blowing in that joint.
Blowing in the booty hole is crazy.
I think like Drake is at that point right now.
Not blowing a brown balloon.
He just blowing it. I don't want to touch you. I don't want you to touch me. You gonna leave after I do this. I just want to smell the poo, and then that's all he want to do.
I don't think he wants to. Oh, well, He probably wants to smell the poop.
Just a little bit. Just a
I
little
feel like
brown.
Drake is probably into shit play at this point.
Put a little hot sauce on his beard, on the top of his mustache. A little hot sauce.
But he's not getting shat on. I think Drake is shitting on bitches' chests.
I feel like if Drake allegedly was doing anything homosexual, he would definitely like probably be a bottom, and then he just disrespects the women. If this was the Drake y'all want to talk about, I think that's the alleged darkness that y'all would want to hear about him.
Drake
I don't think
is
it's true.
definitely a girly.
I think the next on his list is Tyler.
Drake's album was just him being a messy bottom.
Don't do that.
He literally talked about how Rihanna's pussy wasn't that good, nigga, because you like men. He talked about
Is that why why the acronym was Fat D? For the dogs?
Yeah, that's what he likes.
That's hate. That's
Yachty
hate.
got the Fat D.
Whoa. That's wild. All right. What else we got there? This nigga said, shit, yo, that nigga threw me off, young. All right. So, all right, let's get into this. Tyrese is in the news because his ex-wife, Samantha Lee, is blaming her friends for their divorce. So I'll put the clip in here.
I had different people in my ear at that time. I would not have made that decision. No.
Wow.
I wouldn't. And that's the truth. I tried my very best at this point in my life to be what I didn't have in that moment. Because I think that I was, women were like, I'm an extremely emotional person. People that know me know that about me. I'm the kind of person that like, okay, I feel so strong, and I can ruminate. I can get so lost in my thoughts. I know a lot of women are like that. Like we're a lot, not all of us, right? But some of us are.
All right. So y'all heard what she had to say. This kind of hits a little bit different for me because I've been in a similar predicament like this where the girlfriend has family members, friends in their ear because all they keep hearing about is the bad stuff that happens with y'all. And so that's the thought that everybody places on you. So of course they're going to tell you, hey, nah, you need to leave him. You need to break up. This isn't going to be serving you anymore. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's fucked up. And I think it's really messed up when, as a dude, how he experienced this, where she just woke up and just said she was ready to leave. And now she's trying to get like $20K out of him. It's just like, it feels bad for guys that want to get married because they have that fear. And even on women's end, because that can happen to a woman too, where they could just be like, I'm through with this, and now you got to kind of live with those consequences. It just sucks, honestly, because it just push the fear of marriage of people, and just understand we really don't live in a society where people value that real connection. Like, I'm pretty sure she was okay with a certain type of lifestyle. He accommodated that, and people were in her ear saying, you deserve more, you should be doing this and that, and not remembering this is what you said you wanted and how to live. So she probably could have thought he was lowballing her, or the friends made her think that.
Ain't nothing y'all broke asses could tell me and my rich ass nigga about our relationship when you're broke and you want to be in my position. Mm-hmm. You're a grown woman. Like, you know, as a grown woman, that you cannot just dump all the negative stuff that you go through with your man on your family, your friends, blah, blah, blah. Like, you have to just handle that shit at home. You have to handle it at home. When there's like very big things that maybe you need advice on, then you can ask for advice, but you need to go to people who are unbiased and neutral, like people in the situation. You can't go to people who are leaning towards your side, who will tell you something, and you can't go to people who you know don't like your partner. Like, that's just, you're too, I don't know. This is just stupid. Like, you're way too grown to have let your friends convince you out of a marriage, out of a relationship. Do they have a child together? Yeah, like, what is you are stupid. Like,
but then she like crazy how, because she did go on for like a few years, some tirade and trying to reestablish her independence. And I think a lot of this shit had to do with the fact that she was an accomplished person on her own, and she's making a little bit of money. And in the real world, that looks like something. Making a 100-something K as a professor in your field, that looks like something. But when you get into his world, you realize that's far trivial.
Yeah, that's
you ain't even on
nowhere near what he's making.
I mean, it's not even to make it. You're not even on these people's radar. Like,
no, as a professor, what the fuck?
As just an individual in his stuff, you're not even on these people's radar.
No.
So it's like you're not even used to what's going on in this realm. So everything that you're seeing is going to be brand new to you. And when you're not, like I said, if you're not really invested into the person, or you're not really invested into adapting through the situation, which she clearly wasn't, because even if you got people in your ear, if you really adapted in the situation, you're going to try to find a way to work through it. And even in the situation that I was in, like, that individual didn't want to be with me. Like, when it really came down to it, she was just looking for someone to validate that feeling, and then she could act on what she wanted to act on. So, I mean, overall, I will say she's trash, because you went on this like public smear campaign. Like, everybody thought, like, because you got to think about when a man says, and I experienced the same thing.
That's why he was crying on the internet, right?
No,
that
he was
situation?
fucked up on drugs. He was taking pills.
No, but
he was like on medication.
No, but what was that the woman?
What more do you want from me?
Was that the woman he was dating when he was?
I believe so.
Okay, that's all I was.
Yeah, that's all.
Inquiring about.
But I just feel bad because, like I just understand that feeling. It's hard to trust afterwards for, like, on Tyrese's part. You don't really ever feel like you can really get back to that place, but you can. It takes time and the right person, but you can. All right, so and Samantha, you a dummy.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, you kind of stupid. I don't like that.
Especially, like, no, the reason I wanted to say this too, because the main reason why that's really messed up as a man, and I think a lot of women don't have the capacity to think like this, but when you say your girl just left you, everybody thinks you hit her. Everybody. Like, I was working at a job one time, and I was telling the person I work with, and she assumed that I hit her.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, no, I didn't hit her. She just left.
I've never assumed that.
That's what people was assuming with Tyrese. That's the first thing people going to assume is you hit the chick. All right, so let's get into this ridiculous shit. So I don't know if y'all have been familiar, but there's a video going around with a 9-year-old, I think he's like 6 to 9-year-old, quote unquote drill rapper. And in this video, he's, talking about.
Is he white?
It's a black little boy, little black boy. So I'm going to actually play the version, and I may have to mute it down a little bit just for YouTube purposes.
Copyright claims.
I'm going to, hold on, let me, god dang, yo, I hate this Twitter shit. It's exit. I'm sorry. The drill rap, it grabs me. I hate the shit. But once I hear that.
Did he say police get behind us? We doing 60 miles?
Yeah, this fucking kid is stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing.
That's the speed limit.
What?
In Georgia?
This is my logic.
55 speed limit residential areas.
My logic. My logic was this. And this is what I was thinking about when I heard it. He was on one of the scooters, because if you don't know about the young boys out here, they make moves on scooters, the little public scooters in the city.
Oh, he's from Atlanta?
I believe so.
Okay.
But that's what I assumed it was when I heard that. Oh, I'm gonna get on the scooter, go 60 miles. Because you go 60 miles on a scooter, you can get away from 12. You go through a little alleyway, make a little cut and turn, you gone. So that's what I thought when I first heard it. But again, you're right. The little nigga don't understand basic numbers. Like, he shouldn't be talking like that.
Oh my God. Like, he
The shit, honestly, it's a slap, but it's trash. It shouldn't exist.
Let him do his little boppy bops, but let's focus on school first.
Like, I don't even think this little nigga can read.
Let's build up his vocabulary so he has more words at his disposal to do the rappy raps with.
And then we need to talk about these grown men that's encouraging this.
Because he came behind him and was like, nah, little nigga, you need to do 200 to get away from the police.
Yes. So, like, the shit is all problematic all around. Like, Doughboy, I understand. Doughboy is one of those rappers who gonna talk about niggas' ops. He gonna do the salacious rap, excuse me. The salacious rap. But at the same token, bro, like, you bringing children into this? That shit's corny, bro. I don't care that it slaps. I don't care that I dance to it. Like, and I don't care. I'm about to play it one more time, maybe. I don't know.
Don't.
We go 60 fucking miles, yo. But I just...
Please don't.
Like, my thing is this. When are we going to hold these people really accountable for this shit? Because this is literally direct poisoning of the youth, no?
Yeah. That's just... It happens on a regular basis. It's just on camera this time. Like...
But this shit is different, yo. When Bow Wow and then was coming up, he wasn't talking about sliding on niggas.
No, he definitely
telling
wasn't.
girls
That
to
was
suck
not
his dick.
acceptable. He didn't really do that till Fresh as I'm Is, where he was really talking his shit.
But he was
for real.
18 then.
He was talking his shit. And this is always a Bow Wow stand account. Period. Y'all
16 making more than your dad.
When I was 8, I was robbing not
Hold on.
backyard
What was
game
that?
playing.
What was the line that he said that we was talking about the other day?
That's
what
when
it was?
when I was 8. I was rhyming, not backyard game playing. Nigga, I was a rap star. Y'all was in the backyard dribbling balls,
No,
bitch.
It was another one that he said. It was in the Fresh in My Ears. Was it the thing about your dad? Yeah. Making more than your dad?
Oh yeah, he
was talking about
it
Romeo?
Was about Lil Romeo. But at that point, I felt like Lil Romeo was fully irrelevant. He was king of 106 in Park. He got that Mr.
Who was?
106 Bow Wow.
Okay, I thought you said Romeo was.
No, Romeo was long since irrelevant. Romeo, after he hit puberty, wasn't really like popping like that.
Word.
But yeah, Bow Wow.
After the Romeo show.
Bow Wow, like that song was my shit. He said, "You ain't right, you ain't right, you ain't bumping like I'm bumping, you ain't saying nothing, homie, you ain't fresh as I'm is, you ain't got it. You don't keep it thugging like I keep it thugging, little buddy, you ain't fresh as I'm is."
You can definitely tell by like the stuff that Farrah is into. She truly is like a child of the early 2000s, yo. Like all of her likings and things of that nature. She is just, yo, I know if you had the opportunity, you was at the B2K tour with Bow Wow and all that. What is it? The Millennial Tour?
No, I didn't go to that. I would have though. I would have definitely
If they come back to Atlanta, if they do another one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They're going to do another one.
Yeah.
It's just going to be Omarion,
going.
though. Raz-B, he too much drama, yo.
No, B2K is doing another thing. It's just Omarion is not there. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to fucking stop it. Cause how is Fizz and Boog and I don't know Raz back together? Raz-B, don't you?
Omarion don't want to leave Chris Stokes.
Raz-B, you need to really like put your feet down and fucking start a lawsuit against Chris Stokes for playing in all y'all booty holes. Hold him accountable.
Omarion was like the one kid that didn't get it, so that's why he's still cool with Buddy. He was like, well, he didn't do it to me. Y'all was really hold out.
I'm sure he's still traumatized in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure he grazed your nutsack at some point or another.
You think he like the boogeyman to them?
Yes.
I mean, when them videos was coming about Raz-B in like the 2010s and what was like probably like 2000, it was like 2011, 12.
And then it's so unfortunate that he just had to let it go because niggas are clowning him for forever. Because when black men specifically when men come out saying that they were sexually assaulted, they are not taken seriously. You're like less of a man.
I.e. Dwight Howard situation.
And then if you're a black man, oh my God, now you're less of a man and you're gay and it's somehow your fault. How?
I remember I was
He
watching.
just let it go. That shit is so sad.
I remember I was watching Nip Tuck, and there was a story arc in there where there was somebody who was going around and he would use like the drugs to put them in a paralyzed state and then rape them. And so he did that to one of the doctors, and the doctor was like, the worst part about it was I felt like I could move, but I didn't. And like that shit was crazy. But like no, that scars you differently, yo. Like a man, especially when he take a hold of you. Like I'm pretty sure, like when that shit happened with Dwight, that nigga different afterwards now.
Imagine a nigga fucking 7'17" trying to attack
pushing you against the wall and then putting his fucking giant mouth on your gonads.
Slender man.
Nigga probably picked him up by his jaw. and like had that nigga standing up.
That is absolutely insane. Like, first of all, you gotta just bite his dick off.
Yo, I'm talking about Dwight got the dick in the mouth, and Dwight is probably going to having this nigga above his head, just toting him up like some weights.
Nah, rape sucking dick is crazy because how do you do that?
Taking it. He got that flaccid dick in his mouth going crazy.
Because as a man, I'm moving it. You go.
Nah, he got that.
You gonna have a hard time popping this in your mouth.
He had that femur and that neck, and was just pumping.
Oh my God!
You just pumping that nigga paws.
I'm sure there's some alien porn that is in.
Yo,
that seems like
nigga do that to you.
Porn.
A nigga fucking palm your shit, nigga, like that, bro. You ain't never the same. I don't even think you want to be gay no more.
That seems like a monster porn move.
You probably don't even want to be gay no more after that, yo. You just like y'all niggas.
Why I know monster porn moves?
Why do you know monster porn moves?
Because I be watching monster porn.
Vile behavior.
I be watching the big ass alien fuck the little fairy.
Yo, that's sick, yo. You need help.
He be having 6 dicks.
You need help.
6 dicks. They swinging like the 9-tailed fox.
You need help. You need
like
help.
that behind him.
All right,
he got
so
dicks for arms, dicks for legs, dicks out of his armpits.
Let's get into this next topic, yo. All right, yo. And then we can get into your shit. And then we'll finish up with 2 Chainz and Wayne. But a lot of people were taken aback by Monique's most recent statement, and where she explained, I think it was on the Bernie Daughter podcast, which is Bernie Mac's daughter's show. Mm-hmm. And she was talking to Monique, and they were talking about why she calls her husband daddy. And
because she has father issues, daddy issues.
No, she said that
her father left when she was a child.
No, she said once she got older, her father no longer had that thought of raising her. Like when she was like 15, 16 or something like that kind of raising wasn't what was applied there, I guess, from what she was saying.
So she was abandoned.
No, he was still in her life. From what I guess you can say that.
And she filled that void.
And he was a friend of hers that she knew growing up as a kid, and they were a part of, each other's lives, really good friends. And then, of course she got married to other people and, did all her things that way. But then they ended up coming back together. And the way she put it was that he raised her where he helped mold her into the woman that she is. That kind of like what Beyonce was saying about how Jay helped her be a woman. And a lot of people were taken aback by that. And I just don't think people understand. We talked about this before about women not knowing how to be in positions of power and still maintain a relationship. Hate to break it to you. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, literally.
That's what it looks like. It looks like
you got to make him feel like he's the big dog inside. Even if you with him at all times.
And he's her manager too. So like in a way that he does have a sphere of influence in her life and career. Like, let's keep it a bean. He's the reason why she fought Netflix as hard as she did. He was the one who told her, no, you are an acclaimed actress and you deserve this amount of money. Now, I disagreed because I felt like you're doing this from a comedy standpoint. You haven't done comedy in a while. Mm-hmm. We don't know if that pen is still. And then her pen wasn't really hitting like that when it happened, but she still got her money.
The last stand-up special she did was garbage.
The last 2. Like she did one where she's supposed to be coming up, I think either behind or before D.L. Hughley, and she just used her set to shit on him the whole time. So, I mean, her jokes have been in question. Mm-hmm. And I don't have any problem saying, as a joke teller, you have been in question.
I feel like Monique...
but shout out to that nigga for getting you your money.
Real quick, Monique's comedy, like the last stand-up special that I saw from her, she was like very obviously like trying to... she was trying to make cursing the thing that was funny.
Yeah.
Like she was trying to stand on the cuss words
more
than the jokes
than the punchline.
Yeah. Like she was cursing a lot. Like every that. Like 3 words. It was
Did we watch that together?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so yeah.
I curse a lot and I was even like this like she sounded like she was like speaking jive.
It sounded like she didn't write anything.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. Sounded like she just wanted to come out the effect of her just having that black woman spirit.
And be Monique. But you should have like been engaging with the audience and like cutting ass a little bit more if that's what you was going to do.
Like I said, there was no jokes that really came out where it was maybe some funny situations she brought up. But
there
overall,
was nothing funny.
There was nothing. No, there was some light humor there, but was nothing worth what she was out there trying to put out. But just to get back to this, yo, that's what it looks like. Like championing your individual partner and making them feel as just as important as you, even though they may not bring the same, revenue or success.
Yeah.
And also just giving them a sphere of influence in their relationship. Do you have a problem with the daddy conversation? We don't do the daddy thing.
No, because I have a stable relationship with my father.
I don't think that matters.
He still loves me.
That doesn't matter.
No, and I still call him that. Like I genuinely.
I call you mama.
Yeah, and I tell you not to because it literally makes me full body cringe.
You don't say it as often as you think you do. Cause I'll say little mamas.
Yeah, that's. You have a whole thing though.
Yeah.
You'd be like Ferragamo's little mama. Like it's a whole like thing. It's a whole setup. It doesn't feel like mommy, Like,
I'll say mama though. Say, come here, mama. I'll say that to you.
I don't know. It doesn't, and I don't know. I don't think you say it as much as you think you say it. Fuck. Now I forgot what I was gonna say.
No, you just saying you had a good relationship with your father. That's why you don't feel like you should have to say daddy.
Oh yeah, I don't understand how y'all be calling y'all boyfriends or husbands or anybody that you're having a sexual relationship with in general daddy when you have your father in your life. I still call my father daddy.
Shout out to the girls with daddy issues.
Like I still call my father daddy, and anytime if I've ever even attempted to do that, like my father's image, like that word is directly related to my father. I cannot take it and use it in any context outside of my father.
See, I could always tell like when a girl had issues when she used to like say it like on like the second link up, they would call me that. Or like when the text message got fly, like that's when that word would come out. So like I knew like, oh, the daddy issues is there. I see the blood in the water. I'm a shark. I'm just for real.
Yeah. Daddy issues is not something I've ever had to deal with. So like I genuinely feel like every girl who's like fully 100% comfortable calling her man daddy has some type of daddy issues, whether they're negative or not. You have some type of issues.
I don't think that necessarily means that.
It's some
Sometimes you just want to get fly. You just want a nigga to feel fly, yo. Why is that such a crime?
Oedipalic, is that?
Oedipalic.
Oedipus.
But it's not the same thing for women.
Yeah, but I'm just
complex.
trying to
like
it's
the opposite. The opposite is you want to sleep with your dad and kill your mom. Because the Oedipus complex is you want to sleep with your mom and kill your dad.
Okay, you're right.
Because that's what happened in the book. So, no, she probably was touched as a young girl and
Freudian.
Well, not that, but
that's what I meant. Like
she probably was touched as a young girl, unfortunately, and it just had some effects.
But you just showed me where number 20 is, George.
Yang?
Yeah, right there, boom. Yeah. He has a baby mama body. How is he in the NBA?
I know some of you niggas that got that baby mama body. You fat niggas. Yo, having a baby mama body in the NBA is sick. That nigga do though. I'll show you his picture later. That nigga said, you got a baby mama body.
That's hilarious.
This shit fucked up. How you out there giving up baby mama bodies out there on a 40-foot court?
You want to do the?
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into this. We got Chasing Atlanta, or is that where we want to start at, or you want to do the spooky reviews?
Oh, okay.
Bear's about to. This is all you next.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with Chasing Atlanta, and then we'll get into the spooky reviews. Okay, so Chasing Reality is a Chasing Reality is a YouTube series. Like, it's not a series, it's a whole like production house. And there's different reality shows based in different cities. These are all reality shows that are the cast is always mostly LGBTQ, and it's just like people going through the hustles, and you follow them through their everyday lives, being gay men, gay people in general. So Chasing Atlanta.
Can I just add a little thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually filmed a series like this before. I was part of a production team that filmed a series where it was like people in Atlanta that were gay, but they were also like striving in the music, pardon me, entertainment field. So it was like watching this, it reminded me of some of the events. I might tell a story or two from it, but just wanted to throw that out there. Relevance.
So Chasing Atlanta is on its final season, I think now. So it's season 6. I've only watched the last 2 seasons because those are the only 2 seasons that Troy is in, and he's the reason I started watching. So those are the only 2 seasons I've watched so far.
Is to you.
I wasn't going to.
Okay.
So we are going to have Troy on in a couple episodes so we can talk about his experience on Chasing Reality and Chasing Atlanta and all that. So we're going to interview him about that. Very excited. So season 6 is back. All of our faves are back. Some people we thought weren't going to be back are back. And then we have some new faces. So the new faces, where I'm going to talk about them really quick first. So We Were Born, Tonka and Tony. We Were Born is like this this duo that I think Kendra introduced into the group, and it's a I don't even know if what they identify as, but it's a duo, and I think they're brother and sister, and they're a R&B group. And then we have Tonka. So Tonka was on HBO's Legendary, and he's in one of the houses. I don't remember which house he's in. And then we have Tony, who's also like in the Kiki scene. She's a mother and all that. So I love all of the new additions so far. I think We Were Born is specifically, I'm interested to see more of them because there's this one scene. So they're all in the studio, and I think she identifies as a girl. Girl, I'm so sorry if you don't. But the girl, because it's a show full of like LGBTQ people. You never know. So the girl, she they're in the studio session. Everyone's sitting down, like talking, kikiing, and then she just gets a random phone call, and she walks. She says she's going to the bathroom. She doesn't go to the bathroom. She goes and gets her phone. Gets a phone call. Apparently it's her sugar daddy, and she's like, oh my God, y'all, my bad, that was my sugar daddy. Like, didn't nobody ask you, girl? You could
She wanted to flex on y'all one time.
She wanted to flex, and she sits down and she's like, his dick don't work. My sugar daddy dick stopped working, and I think he's mad at me because I told him his dick stopped working. Like,
that sounds like an easy lick now.
Everyone's just sitting there like, wish nobody asked you any of this information. This is the first time. This is your first scene that we're here with you in. And this is what you wanted to like. This is the storyline that she wanted to establish.
So I'm just want to make sure. So she was she like fucking the sugar daddy?
No, she was just, I don't know if she.
Because to me, that just seems like that's just easy.
No, it's just for financial gain.
An easy lick.
It's just for financial gain. I don't know what her deal was with like telling everybody that story, but it was given a little like, I don't know, like I don't have anything better to show y'all, so I'm gonna make a sugar daddy storyline. So Troy, Willa, 7 now, Dominique, Oliver, Wayne, Kendra, Rico, all back. Last season, I wasn't a huge fan of Wayne or Rico. I am turning around with Rico. Wayne is still, I still can't get on the Wayne train. I literally cannot. There was this, okay, let me save it. So the first episode, they catch you up on what everyone's doing. Ooh, there's one person I'm forgetting with the beard and the hair. I forget his name. We just gonna forget about it. So the first episode, we're catching up with everybody, and Rico has a cookout at his mom's house. Everyone is there. Troy has to leave early because the bitch works. Okay, the bitch has a full-time job, and she doesn't have time for all these shenanigans. Okay, she needs to get to her luxury retail job. The thing that stuck out to me the most during this whole thing was Kendra and how like unstable she seemed, for lack of a better term. Like, she was all over the place. She was very emotional. She was very volatile. She was aggressive. And it was kind of difficult to watch because I'm like, where is all this coming from? It kind of just seems like unchecked, raging emotion. And she tried to like jump across the table at Dominique. They're arguing. I love the way Dominique argues, by the way. Dominique argues like me. She's a condescending bitch. Oh my God. Especially when he doesn't want to like actually, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's very like monotone, like repeating the same thing over and over, like trying to just like drive it home to you that she does not give a fuck. He does not give a fuck about anything that you're saying right now. Like, you're wasting your energy. Please stop arguing with me. I don't care. I'm going to sit here while you fucking try to jump across the table like a rabid dog. People are always trying to attack Dominique. Why are people always trying to attack Dominique? Dominique got maced last season. Dominique, in the first episode, almost got jumped, like almost got in a fight. Second episode, Dominique gets into a whole fight. This is the tiniest man in the whole cast, it seems like. Shortest, skinniest, very like pretty.
He got the best hands though.
No, but he definitely got hands, because in that fight with Wayne, so in the second episode,
gay niggas gotta have hands though.
You gotta have hands, especially if you're like cute.
Hey, let me just
and
tell
Dominique
a quick
is
story.
cute.
So when I was recording that show, that was similar to this, the first scene we did, we were in a tight studio, and in the studio they were having a scene between two of the artists that had some tension, and it was a little dude and a big guy. When I tell you, that big motherfucker yoked up that little boy so crazy in that fight, I never saw anything like that. And the craziest thing is, I didn't see it because I was in the next room over it. But I had my audio equipment on, so I hear everything. Best audio ever. Like that ran. Oh yeah, get these niggas out of here, bro. These niggas was going, and he connected one time too. That shit was real big hit.
So during the first episode, Wayne and Kendra are having a lot of issues. Wayne is Kendra's manager. Kendra is an artist. She like raps. She's a trans woman.
Standing on business?
Yeah. So she's a trans woman, and Wayne is her manager, but Wayne has also started his own music career. So Wayne decided to like shoot his own music video for something while he was supposed to be helping Kendra with something, and she got mad. I don't know, but their relationship is on the outs. At the cookout, Wayne is like in the corner, like not even addressing anybody, not even talking to Kendra really. It was just really awkward while she's like going ham. At the end of that episode, the production tells everybody that Kendra is not going to be continuing for the season because of just like with everything that's going on with her and personal issues. And personally, I was like, good.
Hearts go out.
Yeah, because it was really hard to watch. Like, people go through real shit on reality TV on a regular basis. Like, you see it all the time. But it was just really particularly hard to see the amount of like just raging emotion that she had within her. Like, she had so much, like, she lost people that were murdered, that were close to her. She lost family members. Like, this is not something that you need to be doing. You don't need to be around people who don't really care about your headspace. So being in a reality show, regardless of how much the people on the cast do care about you a little bit, like when you're in that type of headspace, you need to be around people who are going to be like super, super, super delicate with you. And that cast is not going to do that naturally because content.
Gotta get them likes.
Yeah, so I'm glad she left. I'm glad she left and she took that time to get herself together instead, because that shit is crazy. And trans people have a very high suicide rate, so her taking the time out to take care of herself is very important. And this show also, like, you know that gay men like go through it and trans people go through it, but like seeing and falling in love with these characters and then like seeing all of the loss they go through and the common thread of them like not having solid relationships with families and stuff like that, especially with the trans people, like it's really heartbreaking to see. And not that I needed gay people to be humanized, but it really humanizes them. And I feel like this is something that would I don't know, do some good if you actually can sit through it and watch it.
You homophobes out there, you hear that? They're people too, okay?
So, Dominique has a sit down with her ex, and the ex tells her that Wayne tells him, it's just because Dominique is a girl name, but that's a whole man. But
it's a unisex name.
Yeah. But, so the ex tells Dominique that Wayne has been in his DMs. So Wayne and Rico have a sit down. Rico's like, oh, you and Dominique need to sit down, chop it up, da 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 da. Meanwhile, Rico is the one that maced Dominique last season, and now he's trying to piece it up between Wayne and Dominique. Like, you didn't just mace this bitch. We love the growth, though. We love the growth. And I like you a lot this season.
A character arc.
Yeah, because Rico was always funny. It's just like, why are you a villain? Why are you a villain? Why are you putting your hands on this little man, this cute little man? And macing him too. That's not even like, like Rico is a big man. Like, why did you have to mace that?
Like,
Anywho.
Sometimes when you got the mace, like, it just protects you from just any additional problems. Like my man Charleston White, that nigga. You might as well call that nigga Mace.
Yeah,
well, he keep it on him. Mace is just a good self-defense tactic.
Yeah, but he wasn't defending himself when he maced Dominique. That was the first.
Nobody ever
It was
is.
a first attack. Like
nobody is.
And then it was windy, so like other people got caught in the fucking whirlwind.
That Mace
too.
ain't no joke, especially the ones back in the day. My sister had let go of Mace in her dorm room when she was in college. This was like back in like the early 2000s. Yo, they cleared out the whole building because of that.
Yeah, it's
and that
crazy.
was like one spray. One spray cleared out the whole building. Especially back in the day, it was a lot stronger.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's like illegal. I tried to order some mace on Amazon to my dorm freshman year, and
But
they
yeah, in New York,
canceled the order.
In New York, it's definitely illegal. In Georgia, it's not.
Yeah. You can place the order, but then they'll just cancel it and refund you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what was I talking about?
Mace Shawty.
Oh yeah, so Rico and Wayne, they sit down, they have a talk. They're like, okay, Wayne and Dominique are gonna chop it up, and then they're gonna hash it out. Everything's gonna be good, because this is like one of the main beefs in the season. Kendra's gone, so Dominique's beef with Kendra is irrelevant now. For some reason, they have a meeting alone, which immediately I was like, why would y'all meet alone without like somebody in the middle? You know? So they meet alone in like a park. Dominique is just sitting there. Wayne comes up like trying to give him a hug. Dominique is like, I don't want no fucking hug. Wayne has a gift bag with a composition notebook, and he's like, oh, whenever you have negative thoughts about me, instead of writing them on social media, you can just write them in here. Okay, so you came here off the rip with bullshit. Like, you came here with no intentions of actually having a productive conversation and ending this conflict. You came here to continue being shady. So
keep a storyline going.
Yeah, because now Kendra's gone. What storyline do you have, Wayne? What?
You don't dance?
He has a music career of some sort.
What?
But, like, Wayne is really the only person on the cast that I have yet to click with. Like, I can't bring myself to like him at all. So this is what I was talking about. So they do this, oh my God. It literally made me cringe from the tippy top of my head down to the tippy tips of my feet. When he's about to fight Dominique, he does this thing in his confessional where he's like, I'm about to, and then there's like this little fucking fake ass CGI puff of smoke, and he's like in a red or black outfit, and he's like, oh, it's Wayne the Pain now. I'm about to bring the pain. Ew. I hated it. I genuinely hated it. I hated that. I hated that with all of my heart, and I hope y'all never do that shit again, because that was just the corniest shit I've ever seen on Chasing Reality. I've watched a couple different like chains and like cities, and this is definitely the worst 4 seconds of Chasing Reality that I've ever had the misfortune of sitting through. Was that fucking transition from Wayne to Wayne the Pain. I hated it. I really did. And then Dominique made one quick comment about Wayne possibly being not
up top.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, let me stop hating him as much, because that nigga just talks so slow. I just can't with the way he communicates and the way he talks. And like, how do you rap if you can't even talk?
You surprised at that? Have you heard of
Let me
mumble
stop
rap?
talking, because this nigga be putting his hands on people. A
violent offender.
And he live in Atlanta. Like, the fuck? Let me stop talking shit. So he put his hands on Dominique. They get into a fight. Dominique holds his own, surprisingly, because last season when there was the fight with Rico, it was just kind of like a whole lot of rolling around. I didn't really see anything happening. But Dominique was like swinging for a good minute until she was on the floor, and then they had to break it up. They both got a good couple hits in. As soon as the fight breaks up, Wayne starts booking it. Like, literally, he gets up from the floor. They break up. He takes off. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? He took off because Dominique's like, that bitch is going to jail. That bitch is going to jail. And that's exactly what I would do too. Because I came here and I was sitting here peacefully, and you came on your bullshit, and then you came and touched me. I'm a delicate flower. Okay?
You are.
Dominique also. You're not going to agree with that?
I haven't watched this with you. So
Dominique also gives...
I'm not invested with the characters as much to be able like
that's a man, but the aesthetic that he like, his energy is like...
Isn't that not all of them?
It's like, it's not all of them, because Wayne is also gay, but he don't get energy.
That. He don't have speared fingers?
No, he gives big shoulder like energy. Dominique gives, and Wayne gives. Do you see the difference? Did you see the difference between? And
I see it.
Yeah, that's the difference between them.
Period.
So I feel like I don't know. I'm not gay. I feel like y'all should not put y'all hands on feminine leaning gay men.
Did they get?
That's like hitting a woman.
I was going to ask you that. Is that the same?
It's not the same, because that is biologically a man who identifies as a man.
Because I mean, by that logic,
but in my heterosexual cisgendered female eyes, a man like Wayne, who is masculine, should not put his hands on a man like Dominique, who is a little bit more feminine.
So you're just going off of how they present. Right?
Yes,
okay.
100%.
Because I was gonna say, like, by that logic, if I punch Mike Tyson, he shouldn't be able to punch me back, because he would kill me, even though my punch would do nothing to him. Realistically.
Yeah.
But I might tap. He might get a little swollen eye from me.
So That's for the first two, because the third episode has come out. I didn't finish it. So the main things that I got from the first two episodes, definitely glad that Kendra is taking some time for herself. Willa started going to therapy. All of these people, not all of them. Let me not say all of them, because they're not all like traumatized and have issues and are going through like dark mental health issues. Not all of them, but a lot of them are, and it's fucking sad. Like, it's really sad. I can't wait until it lightens up a little bit, because the first two episodes have been a little bit like darker and heavier than I expected for the first two episodes. You know, maybe the first one at the cookout should have been them like twerking, having fun, maybe a little bit of shade getting thrown to establish the drama and the beefs that are going to continue throughout the season. I don't know. I feel like Kendra threw off the first episode a little bit with her coming at Dominique as aggressively as she did. Like, that shit was crazy. Dominique, I don't know why these niggas keep putting their hands on you, but I hope you continue on the show, because when I was watching the third episode, Dominique was on the phone and he was like, he's not going to continue if this is what keeps happening, which I completely understand, because why do these grown ass, brolic ass men keep putting their hands on you like that?
Because they think he's sweet.
Like, what is that? I hope you do continue, and I hope I see you for the rest of the season, Dominique. If Dominique doesn't continue, I understand why this is probably the last season.
Should we get him
it
on the show?
probably has. We might be able to, because him and Troy are really close. They're like besties. I would love to talk to Dominique about like the fucking literal assault and abuse that he went through in these past two seasons. Like, it's absolutely insane.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
Give us your voice.
You don't have to do it for that time. But yeah, so that's my little Chasing Atlanta season 6, the first 2 episodes breakdown review.
Yo, I like that though. That was dope. Glad that I was able to sit next to that and make slide comments.
Okay, so my next review.
So we getting into the movies?
Yes.
All right, man.
So they're not movies, only movies and shows that. So it's spooky season, and so I decided to sit down and have a day of just spooky content and watch spooky shit. So the first thing that I started with was American Horror Story Delicate. So this season of American Horror Story stars Emma Roberts and Kim Kardashian. That's your girl.
Oh.
And
a baddie.
This is the first part. So I think it's 5 or 6 episodes that have come out so far in this season. American Horror Story Delicate. What the fuck is going on? Like, it's too long.
Talk over it.
It's been 6 episodes. I barely know what's happening. I have had zero explanation. I know that Emma Roberts, her character, is being manipulated and messed with from probably everybody. Cara Delevingne's character, like that lady she keeps seeing, I don't know if she's real or not. Her husband's mother, I want them to link up real bad, because the husband's mom is suing her ex-husband for like satanic rituals and satanic abuse, something of that nature that he put her through. So I feel like her Emma Roberts' husband probably comes from a family that does like creepy shit, and
they'll cut a baby pig open.
The old lady said that like somebody defected to be with him, so the powers that be are mad. I don't know what is going on. Like, I don't like being in the dark and having this like, ooh, what's going on for that fucking long. Like, you can do that for the first 3 episodes, but you need to start feeding us some type of lore, answer, backbone, foundation of something. It's 6 episodes in, and I'm just like fucking here off the strength that it's American Horror Story. That's the only thing that's keeping me here. It's not terrible. Like, the content isn't terrible. It's scary. The American Horror Story theme song, by the way, is the worst theme song in the history of theme songs. They did exactly what they planned to do, honestly, with that theme song, because it is jarring. It's disturbing. I hate it. It's an assault to the senses. And I will never forget it. So I guess
like
good job.
Sold. Huh? Sounds like you're sold on the show this season.
Well, yeah, I've been watching American Horror Story for mad long.
I mean, but every season isn't the same. Some of them is a hit or miss, right?
Yeah. And I don't know if this is a hit or a miss. Like, I just be putting it on because I'm like, what is happening? I need answers now.
I hate shows like that.
I've dedicated too much time. Each next episode I click, I think I'm going to get answers, and then I don't. And I'm like, fuck. And then I see another episode, and I'm like, maybe this is the one. And I'm like, fuck. American Horror Story Delicate is gaslighting me into watching more episodes of it, and I don't like it. Next. Next is Slaughterhouse.
You can talk over the music. It actually sounds dope.
So it just distracts me. So, and I can't like stay on my train of thought while it's playing in the background.
Not with that mindset.
So Slaughterhouse,
I watched this one.
It's not kind of. So it's part of the Halloween. So I wanted to watch a couple of the Halloween movies. I only ended up watching one, I think, which was Slaughterhouse. I knew this movie was going to be absolutely ridiculous because it's named Slaughterhouse. It is about a killer sloth. Okay.
And if you didn't get the play on words, Slaughterhouse, Slaughter House.
Just throw some tequila and passion fruit juice in there real quick for me, please, because I'm about to take y'all on a ride. This movie made me feel like I was being punked, gaslit, and assaulted. Not assault, punked and gaslit, definitely. And not even manipulated. I wasn't manipulated into thinking that this was going to be a good movie. I knew this was going to be absolute nonsense. Nonsense. So the movie starts in what I assume is like the Amazon rainforest. There's a sloth on a tree. It's on a branch. A crocodile jumps up and what you think kills the sloth. The sloth falls into the water. There's a rustle and bustle. Okay? You're thinking that the alligator done killed this poor little baby sloth. The sloth is so cute. You're like, damn. The alligator floats up, flips around. There's claw marks on the alligator's stomach, belly part, right? The alligator is dead. The sloth killed the alligator. That's what they want us to think, right? So then these poachers find the sloth. They tranquilize it. They bring it back to the States. We're now in this poacher's house. Fast forward, he meets this girl in a sorority. The girl in the sorority is like, okay, I'm going to come pick up this sloth. She's on her way to the house. While she's on her way to the house, the sloth murders the poacher. How? How does a sloth murder a poacher? I don't fucking know. So then she goes in the house, sees the sloth, and just, it's like, oh my God, you poor cute little baby, picks it up, steals the sloth. The sloth goes to the sorority house now. So the sloth is in the sorority house, and her best friend is like, this is a wild animal. This animal belongs in the rainforest. You need to give the sloth, put the sloth back in its habitat. And you would think that the sloth would like that idea because the sloth just killed the poacher, right? No. No. The sloth does not like that idea. The sloth like fucking nicks her, scratches her or bites her or something. She's like, ow. That's the first time we see like a little bit of, well, that's the first time they see a little bit of violence from the sloth. Time goes on. She's gaining popularity because of this sloth. The sloth is going on a killing rampage that its owner, the main girl, has no idea about. Okay? The sloth is slicing people's throats and somehow disposing of human bodies as a sloth. The sloth has superhuman strength. We don't know how that came to be. That's my biggest gripe with this movie. But let me continue because I have a long list of questions that I will pose towards the end of this ridiculous creation because that we're calling a movie. So the sloth kills the girl, gets rid of her body somehow. The girl that's trying to get rid of it kills another girl, gets rid of that body, and then they're having like a sleepover or something. Oh no, during it's like a montage of the sloth just fucking killing girls and snapping pictures, snapping selfies with the dead bodies. You don't have opposable thumbs.
That was the craziest part of the movie. That nigga was spinning shit with no thumbs.
Like, how are you getting rid of bodies, taking pictures, posting captions in English, posting English captions on Instagram? The Instagram account is Killer Sloth. What?
Like the lengths that this sloth went to making the unbelievability of this movie the largest part is crazy. Like the feats that this sloth did is next level.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fast forward to like the main conflict of the movie when the sloth like really starts getting down and murdering people. So the girls are having like this. Oh, no. So the sloth again attacks the best friend. The best friend is in the hospital. Best friend is in the hospital, right? He's in the sorority house with the main girl. I don't know, no names. Main girl, best friend, sloth. Those are the main characters.
White one,
and mean
white
bitch.
two, white
and there's
three.
Mean bitch. Okay, so best friend is in the hospital. Main girl is at home with the sloth. Main girl is late for like the sorority president nominations or whatever. She's running for president. That doesn't matter. Sloth wants to finish the job. The sloth picks up the phone, Googles directions to the hospital, gets in the car, and drives with its legs and arms somehow. Gas and brake. How does it reach? I don't know. I have so many questions, right? I have so many questions. At this point, my head hurts. I'm like, I'm yelling at the TV. How is the sloth driving right now? First of all, I'm asking questions that don't even need to be asked. How does the sloth know what hospital the friend is at? How?
These are not a small town, right?
These are not things like in the grand scheme of things. Like this is not a movie that you are going to take serious at all, right? So
no, I feel you.
So why am I asking these questions? I felt like I was going out of my fucking mind. So the sloth smothers her with a pillow somehow. How is a sloth smothering you with a pillow? How much does it weigh? Fling that shit off you. If you don't fling that shit, whole time I was like, somebody kick this motherfucker in the face. Somebody. Nobody kicked it in the face. So back at the house, the sloth is back at the house. The sloth drove back to the house before the ceremony was gone. The sloth drove to the hospital, murdered somebody, drove back, in time before it was done to be back in the house to murder everyone else. The sloth goes on a murdering rampage. Sloth is killing everybody left and right. Sloth fucking turns up the showers, burns people to death, and then while they're in the showers, puts an electric cord in there. Everybody is dead. The sloth is running around killing people. Okay? The sloth, I'm gonna just fast forward. The sloth is running around killing people. The main girl's boyfriend comes in the house. How? The house was dead bolted with a chain locked for the ceremony. How he got in, I don't know. How the sloth got in, I don't know. How the girl best friend apparently not dead. How did she get in? We don't know. There was a chain and a deadbolt on the door. Okay? How? We don't know. So fucking they fight the sloth. They beat the sloth with a bat. They think it's dead. It's not dead. They knock it out the window. They think it's dead. It's not dead. They shoot it. They think it's dead. It's not dead. They stab it. They think it's dead. It's not dead. They shoot it some more. In the end, she's about to do the final last headshot, and then the sloth points rainforest, that's where I need to be. Nigga, you just tried to kill the best friend that was trying to get you back to the rainforest from the jump. What are your motivations, sloth?
I did.
Where do you want to go?
I wanted some sloth lore.
Yes. Okay, so whole time in this whole movie, the sloth is moving very quickly. Sloth got super strength. Sloth got super speed. Sloth knows English somehow. Sloth
Super
has an
intelligent.
Instagram account.
Oh,
How did
he's internet savvy.
No. Now I need a second slaughterhouse. You motherfuckers, you gaslit me into wanting a second one. And I need to know how the sloth got like this.
Because at least in Cocaine Bear, we knew cocaine made the bear into a superhuman.
Yes.
Anyone who's done cocaine knows that's what it does to you. So I could understand that premise. But this one right here is the reason why I fell asleep halfway through, because it was like, yo, you got to give me something. Is he enchanted by something? Did he put his dick in
but I was on the edge of my seat because I was pissed the fuck off.
Did he put his dick in a turtle? Is that how he got powers? Two slow things made him opposite?
I don't know. I need the slaughterhouse lore. I am going to find whoever made Slaughterhouse. I'm going to go out of my way to make this part a clip because you need to explain to me what the fuck? What are the sloth's motivations and where did it get its powers? And then you need to give us a prequel. Slaughterhouse 2.
Or at least give it some drugs. What I thought was at first it would have been cool if there was another movie where the gator was crazy fire, he was killing people crazy, and then the gator, whatever was in the gator, when he killed the gator, whoever was in the gator would have turned him into super sloth.
Yes, but no, cool. It was just a killer sloth from the beginning, and it was highly frustrating. So, the last of the spooky series was Haunted House. I needed to watch this for nostalgia and just my childhood, because you remember the first Haunted House with Eddie Murphy on Disney Channel.
I didn't like any of those.
Okay, I loved it, and I watched the second one with fine ass Lakeith Stanfield. Okay,
that nigga moans in clubhouse rooms.
Yeah, I saved that. Anyways, screen recorded. So Haunted House was a very good, it was a good place to end, because after American Horror Story Delicate, where I was just fucking swinging, fighting the air, I need answers, bitch. And then Slaughterhouse, where I felt like I was manipulated and gaslit and punked. Haunted House was a good ending cleanser. Point. Yes, it was very wholesome. There was a love story in it that was really cute. I cried at least 2 times during the movie.
Gay.
It's on Disney Plus. The I don't want to get into a whole breakdown of what happens in the movie. Let me just do it really quick. Lakeith Stanfield is an astrophysicist, falls in love, gets married, wife dies in a car accident.
White woman?
No, Black.
They always killing when they black.
She does like ghost tours, right? They're in New Orleans. Years later, he's depressed, not an astrophysicist anymore because he lost the love of his life. He's not the same anymore. This priest grabs him. He's like, this lady gonna pay you $2,000 to get rid of these ghosts. The lady, the priest is like, this lady's gonna pay you $2,000 to come get rid of these ghosts. He's like, cool. He goes to the house. Lady's like, are you sure you want to step in? Because after you step in, this is going to change the course of your life. He's like, whatever, ma'am. It's fine. Give me my money. So he goes in there, does a bullshit job, doesn't really do anything, leaves. He's followed by a ghost. Everybody that steps foot in this house is followed by ghosts. You cannot, you can't leave. You have to then like be in that house. They tell you to return. So that's the same thing that happens to the family. The priest, they get a ragtag group of like people who can get rid of the ghosts. The movie is them trying to find out who this ghost is, what happened in this house, and how to get rid of it. The ghost in the house feeds on people's souls, and he needs one more soul to become like this almighty, powerful evil. And he's trying to get Lakeith's soul to be his last soul. Whole time he's trying to get he changed his mind. He was trying to get the little boy soul. There's a little boy. I forgot to mention him. The family that lives in the house, the lady, she got a little boy. And the ghost feeds on grief. And the little boy had just lost his father. So he's trying to get the little boy. And at the end of it, they win, of course, because it's a fucking Disney movie. The evil gets vanquished and everyone lives happily ever after. The love story is like, it pulls at your heartstrings. I think the movie has really good comedic timing. I think the cast has good comedic timing, except Tiffany Haddish. I hate everything you're in, bitch. As soon as I see Tiffany Haddish pop up on a screen, my day is ruined. The movie is ruined. It went from like a 4.5 to a 3.5 just because Tiffany Haddish was in it. Honestly, to be fully honest with you.
Wasn't this the movie that came out when it wasn't Christmas? Halloween time.
Yeah, it didn't come out during Halloween time.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
they didn't want that movie to be successful.
Not at all. But Tiffany Haddish was in it, and she was just doing fucking.
That's probably why too.
Rape skits.
Yeah,
so
that's probably why they.
She wasn't just doing rape skits, but she just got exposed for doing rape skits. So.
Well, wasn't it more child, kind of child abuse more so than it was?
I mean, rape skits
That's
just
not the
rolls
same.
off the tongue.
I guess.
Way better.
I guess
let me.
I don't know.
God, my nigga. Fuck.
Well, I mean,
God damn.
we gotta have some type of ethics here. We can't be like Joe Budden and them, not knowing what we talking about.
You see where I got them? Just let me get my shit off for a little bit. God
Word.
damn.
Word, my bad. Yo, Cher, get off that young nigga. That nigga's tired, yo. You can't be out here taking the libido pills and then jumping on 26-year-olds.
I was about to say, girl, what kind of pills are you taking for you to have a higher sex drive in your fucking 80s?
Bro, that's what you there for. Like, that's the thing about, again, when you get with these older women, that is what you're there for.
You are there to supply dick.
Like, this crazy how, like...
That's it, sir.
It's so crazy that, like, he can be her fuck doll and nobody will really speak to it. But if it was the other way around, like what we see what's just going on with Kanye and his girl, it's just the worst thing in the world. And I'm not mad. Them rules is... I'm not mad. If I could enforce that, I would. I like them rules. Did you know what they are?
What rules?
The Kanye got for his wife, allegedly?
No, I don't really pay attention to what Kanye is like news about Kanye right now anymore.
Nah, that shit player. All right, let's finish up here with 2 Chainz and Wayne album. So, are you excited for that album release? Is this Friday?
There's a like dual album,
No,
like they're collabing.
Yeah.
It's
the second time I think they doing this.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've
The first one was okay. My thing is this, and I have a big criticism with 2 Chainz is that I feel like his music doesn't age with him, and not in a good way, not like timeless music, but it's like to a point you look like the uncle with the big chain in the tracksuit, and it's
but
like
2 Chainz has looked like that since the beginning of his career.
But that's cool at 36. But once it's been 10 years from that, like it's time to adapt, and it's like it doesn't feel like the persona that he changed to after Titty Boy can adapt to anything new. Like I think it's always going to have this hint of either trying to sound young or trying to be young, and I just feel like that personification that he's taking. That's what I want to hear.
I think it depends on the type of content that you consume from 2 Chainz, because I don't listen to his music, but I do come across his podcast that he does with his son, so I see him as a father on a regular basis. And then I watch Most Expensivest on Viceland, which is like him just doing like lavish shit. So I see him as like a get money grown man type of nigga now, but I have not listened to his music in a very, very long time.
Yeah, like the last album I reviewed of his, that was like my main critique was like, yo, it just, this shit don't sound like it can go, you can explore many elements with it, and it just leaves music from a 40-year-old man now as lackluster.
Do you expect multifaceted complication from 2 Chainz music?
No, but I expect.
Nobody give a fuck what 2 Chainz is going through.
No, I mean, I'm not talking about that.
Give us this counting paper money music.
My thing is this: it's not about that. It's the way Future has been on the same trajectory his whole career, and it doesn't need for him to age, because being a nigga doing toxic shit to women doesn't age. Like, that is a timeless behavior. But wearing like Gucci sweatsuits and big ice and diamonds and stuff, and like that shit does. And then when your raps reflect that,
I don't think it does in the black community. I think we have lots of grandpas and uncles that wear.
But we call them problematic.
Dapper Dan done.
Dapper Dan was not like that. These
set
niggas
the president for that, and he's wearing full Gucci down to the socks.
Don't do that. Don't do that on Dapper. These niggas is just busted and corny off top. Don't do that to Dapper.
I'm just saying, the niggas who Dapper Dan influenced are now old heads, and they're still dressing the same.
Well, I mean, that's sad for them.
That they have dressed. So I don't think
I mean, like I said, I don't want to see him out here.
It's not just 2 Chainz.
I don't want to hear him do the whole introspective rap. Like, I think he tried to do a little bit down that last tape with him and Braun and them. But I don't want to hear that. I want to hear a mature, not even mature. I want to see a maturation in the music itself. Like, I want to hear more from it, more from him in a real way. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, what's going on with my wife and all that other stuff. You could tell stories of other niggas as long as it sound fly. It's very much there. So like I said, I'm excited to see what this is going to end up being.
There's this 2 Chainz song that I'm just trying to. I'm not like ignoring you. I'm just trying to find this 2 Chainz song for us to go off on. I mean, for us to leave on.
Cause like my thing is this: when 2 Chainz did his initial rebrand from Titty Boy to who we know him now as 2 Chainz, like that was a big step for him, because that was him going into the more mainstream world. So I expect that now from here, at least 2 or 3 projects ago, like a different sound, because nothing that he puts out now hits the same way that True Religion mixtape was. Like, even before that, the Codeine Cowboy, like all of that shit, riding around getting it, like all that shit was legit. But no, just overall, I'm just gonna keep it right here. Just keep it short and sweet. I need to see. Well, I want to see if his music is gonna be able to last a test of time, to be able to make something that people are going to listen to outside of that.
I think artists rarely have music that stands a test of time. I think there are a couple within just like our lifetime, just the human music lifetime, where they have made timeless shit. It's once in a blue moon that we come across an artist that makes music that stands the test of time. And 2 Chainz is not that. I think you gotta just take people for what they are. Like, 2 Chainz is not gonna be giving you anything other than, I'm wearing this fly shit and I'm counting this money, and that's it.
I woke up this morning and all I would think about was you.
That's what I'm about to play. Okay, so
I went to sleep last night and all I could think about was you. Adam and Eve, don't eat that fruit.